The mechanic, the scooter, and the billion-dollar code, a digital detective story. Sound of city street, traffic. Then the sputtering, dying whir of an electric motor. In the world of digital crime, the most valuable secrets aren't always in a server farm. Sometimes, they're hiding in plain sight. On a quiet street in Elmsworth, a mechanic's act of kindness would trigger a digital manhunt that exposed conspiracy reaching the highest levels of corporate power. A close-up on a mobility scooter's control panel. Error codes flash. ERR_07. Critical systems failure. The scooter wasn't just broken. It had been weaponized. And the elderly woman depending on it was the one person who could prove it. Quick cuts. Travis Coburn, 28. Kneeling, tools in hand, his face kind and concerned. The elderly woman, Evelyn, her eyes not just tired, but alert and fearful. A black sedan parked discreetly down the street, a tinted window rolling up. Travis's manager, Derek, firing him, sneering. Unauthorized use of inventory. A convoy of black SUVs rolling into the quiet town. Evelyn, now in a sleek office, pointing at a screen. They didn't just try to strand me, Travis. They tried to silence me. Sound of server rack powering up, followed by the ominous click of a gun's safety being disengaged. This is not a story about a good deed rewarded. This is a digital detective story about a mechanic who fixed the one thing a team of hackers couldn't. A broken system of justice. The glitch in the system. Coburn Auto and Electric Day. The garage is a humble, honest place. Travis Coburn is under the hood of a vintage Mustang, his hands covered in grease. He's a mechanic for the modern age. Alongside his wrenches are diagnostic tablets and cable testers. Travis Coburn wasn't just a mechanic, he was a diagnostician. He understood that modern problems required a blend of physical skill and digital savvy. The sound of a failing electric motor cuts through the air. Travis looks up to see an elderly woman, Evelyn, trying to coax life back into a high-end mobility scooter. It's a sophisticated model laden with sensors and a digital interface, now completely dead. People walk past her. Cars slow down but don't stop. Travis wipes his hands and walks over. Travis, ma'am, looks like you got a serious glitch. Let me take a look. She looks up, startled. There's a fear in her eyes that goes beyond a broken vehicle. Evelyn, it just shut down. Everything went dark. Travis guides her and the scooter into his bay. He hooks his diagnostic tablet to the scooter's OBD2 port. While it runs, he gets her a bottle of water. The tablet screen. Code scrolls rapidly. It's not just a battery failure. The log shows a forced remote shutdown command and a data wipe sequence. Travis saw the symptoms of a dead battery, but his tools revealed the truth, a targeted cyber attack. This wasn't an accident. It was a remote assassination of a machine. Travis, muttering to himself, "That's not right. That's a forced kernel panic. Who does this to a scooter?" He works for over an hour. He doesn't just replace the battery. He has to bypass a corrupted control module and reflash the firmware from a backup he finds buried in the system. He uses parts from his own stock, knowing the woman can't possibly afford them. When it whirs back to life, Evelyn's relief is palpable, but her eyes are still wary. "Evelyn, how much do I owe you?" "Travis, nothing. Just promise you'll be careful. This wasn't just a wear and tear issue. Someone didn't want you going anywhere." She holds his gaze, a silent understanding passing between them. She nods, deeply grateful, and drives off. Travis doesn't see the black sedan that had been parked down the street pull away. The next morning, his manager, Derek, is waiting for him. He's not alone. A man in a cheap suit stands with him, a corporate auditor. "Derek, Coburn, corporate got an alert. Unauthorized use of high-value inventory. No work order. You gave it away for free." "Travis, it was an emergency. Her scooter was hacked. I have the diagnostics." "Derek, I don't care if it was possessed by demons. You're fired. Clean out your locker." The zero-day exploit. Dejected, Travis is packing his things into a cardboard box when a black SUV glides to stop outside. The door opens. The woman from yesterday, Evelyn, steps out, But the frail, tired woman is gone. She stands straight, dressed in a sleek, dark techwear jacket. Her eyes are sharp, calculating. Evelyn, get in, Travis. We need to talk. Stunned, he gets in. The interior is a rolling command center. Screens glow with data flows. Evelyn. My name isn't just Evelyn. It's Evelyn Reed. She pauses, letting the name sink in. Evelyn Reed was the visionary founder of Ether Systems, a tech giant that revolutionized IoT devices. She'd vanished from public view 3 years ago after a hostile takeover. Evelyn, the scooter you fixed wasn't just my transportation. It was my mobile lab. It contained the only proof of a zero-day exploit my former company, Ether, is planning to use. They can remotely disable every vehicle, every device, running on their new EtherOS platform. Then they'll charge a fortune to fix it. This was a conspiracy. Ether Systems wasn't selling technology. It was building a monopoly through ransomware on a global scale. Evelyn had discovered it and was trying to expose it. They found her, and they tried to brick her scooter, stranding her and deleting the evidence. Evelyn, you didn't just fix a scooter, Travis. You recovered the evidence. Your firmware reflash restored the data partition they tried to wipe. You are the only person outside my team who knows this exists. The SUV pulls up to a nondescript warehouse. Inside, it's not a garage. It's a digital forensic lab. Whiteboards are covered in code and network diagrams. A team of cybersecurity experts works at terminals. Evelyn, they fired you to discredit you, to make you seem incompetent if you ever talked. But I need your help. I need your diagnostic skills. I need the man who sees the glitch everyone else ignores. She hands him a tablet. On it is a live feed of a news channel. The headline reads, Ether Systems launches global rollout of Etheros in public transportation network. The launch was in 48 hours. The patch. The next 36 hours are a blur. Travis is immersed in a world of code and cyber warfare. Evelyn's team has the data, but they need to prove it's authentic and untampered with. A chain of custody that will hold up in court and in the media. This is where Travis's unique skills became invaluable. While the hackers thought in code, Travis thought in systems. He understood the physical architecture of the chips the OS ran on. He discovers the exploit isn't just software deep. It's hardware assisted, baked into a specific microcontroller from a supplier Ether acquired. Travis. It's not a bug, it's a feature. They built a backdoor right into the silicon. That's why a software patch won't fix it. This discovery changes everything. It moves the crime from software fraud to intentional, malicious product design. With the clock ticking, they assemble their evidence. But Ether is watching. Their convoy is attacked on the way to the federal building. Ether's private security forces try to run them off the road in a terrifying high-speed chase. A split screen. On one side, the car chase. On the other, Travis and a hacker in the back seat, using a satellite link to upload the evidence package to the SEC, FBI, and every major news outlet. They make it to the steps of the federal building just as the world begins to break the story. Headlines explode. Ether Systems IN kills switch scandal. The stock price plummets. In a final confrontation, the corrupt CEO of Ether is led away in handcuffs, ranting about shareholders. New Ether Systems HQ. 1 year later. The boardroom is bright and airy. Travis Coburn, now wearing a suit but with a wrench pen in his pocket, stands at the head of the table. Evelyn Reed, reinstated as CEO, stands beside him. On the screen is a new chip design. It's called the Coburn Core, a microcontroller with transparency and security at its heart. Evelyn, to the board, we don't build traps anymore. We build trust. Later, Travis visits his old garage. It's now a state-of-the-art training center for mechanics, teaching them digital diagnostics and cybersecurity hygiene. The first line of defense in our connected world. He picks up a wrench, feeling its familiar weight. He'd use it to fix a scooter, which helped patch a critical flaw in the world itself. Evelyn Reed was reinstated as CEO of Ether Systems, which rebranded with a focus on ethical tech. Travis Coburn was named Chief of Security Integrity, heading a team that audits all new hardware. The Coburn Core is now an open source standard for secure IoT device manufacturing. The former CEO of Ether was convicted on charges of fraud, conspiracy, and attempted kidnapping. The most critical systems don't just need fixing, they need someone willing to look under the hood. Stay vigilant. This is the Digital Detective. Digital Detective presents stories that educate, inspire critical thinking, and highlight the power of technology in uncovering truth. Always verify facts and report wrongdoing through official channels. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Thank you.